Welcome everybody, classic Ace Frehley solo. Always loved this song, and actually saw that Ace had done a show, maybe this first one this year in New York, I think it was, and the video that they had below it, the story was Snowblind. So I'm like, okay, gotta learn that. So, gotta get a shirt. I had one when these first came out, God, many years ago, and it was a lot bit flatter, but anyhow, got me another Ace shirt, going back in time. All right, so we are tuned to E flat. I've written this out. My notes are below. You can click on that and have them for yourself with the tab, I should say. The song has really three parts to it. The intro, which is also the chorus. Then we have the verse, and then the solo rhythm. So we're going to go through each part, and I'll show you the solo last also. A lot of Ace-isms in it. It's wonderful solo, so great rhythm too. One thing I forgot to mention, and I'll put a link to the video below, and this is no knock on Ace. I mean, God bless him, he's played more solos, more songs, more stuff than I ever will. It just shows you how human people are. He actually starts the solo off in A flat instead of A. So he's at the 4th fret. And when he starts it, you can see his other guitarist kind of looks at him like, what's going on? And then Ace realizes it and then, you know, fixes it, but it's live, it's music, it's great. So I think it's just cool to see that people are human, if you will, as we put them on these pedestals. God bless Ace. All right, so this song starts out, we've got palm muted A throughout, and it's 1, 2, and then a 4. Or 1 and 2. And then we play a C chord. So we're going to be on the 4th root C to start with. All right, so that'll be the 10th fret on the 4th string, 12th fret on the 3rd string, and you can go ahead and put 13 down if you like on the 2nd string. And we're going to move that down chromatically to A. All right, so we got C, B, B flat, A. So that is the first half measure. Then what he does after that is he moves to the C, B, B flat, and A with the 6th root. So we're still palm muting 5, but we're striking the chord afterwards with the 6th root. So we do that twice, just like the 4th root. And then we stop on the A, and then we're going to start the verse. So for the verses, we're going to do these sets of chords twice. It will be A to G, 6th root, down right below to 5th root C, and then we'll go 6th root A to G, and then F, and that will repeat. The key is we're going to hit it twice on the A, then we're going to come down with a chuck, and then up with the G, and then to the C twice. F the second time. So that chuck is very important. It takes one of the hits, but it just adds to the song. Alright, so that's the verse as we start out. Now we'll go through those chords, those sets of chords twice. When we hit F the second time, what he does is do it'd be intro to the chorus, if you will. Girl, I hope you don't mind. What he does is go up to G. Then he'll hit G again and move to G sharp. What I love about watching Ace live is when he hits the G the second time, you'll see him hit the palm of his hand against his guitar and make the chord go up. It's just so cool. I mean, the guy's a showman, right? He's putting on a show for everybody. And then we're back into what's the chorus now. Same chords as the intro. Alright, so we got that down. Then we're into verse 2, just like verse 1, chorus 2. And then we start the solo rhythm. The difference with chorus 2 is he's just gonna stop on the A, all right? We hear a little drum roll, and then they come in with the solo rhythm. So when we start out the solo rhythm, it will sound like this. I'm gonna go through one measure of it before it changes, all right? This is when he's playing an A minor pentatonic. Alright, so for that, what we're doing is referencing chords. We're playing double stops. So this will be the E on the 4th and 3rd string. Move that up to referencing a B with the 6th root, but we're playing the 5th and 4th string. And then we move that back to A, back to B. Back A, B, again, up to A. That whole thing repeats. So I'll do it again slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, after that second time, Ace moves the solo up to E minor pentatonic. And the solo rhythm moves up here to the second position. And it'll sound like this. So basically we're playing B, so that would be 4th and 3rd string here at the 4th fret, to A at the 2nd fret, and then we go to a G with the 5th and 4th string, back to A, back to E. Back to A, then start it again but end on E. Alright, so all together we'll take this slowly, we'll do it twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now there's 2 more measures, they repeat. So we come back up to our 7th position, repeat that. For this 4th half measure of the solo, we're going to come back to our E. When we hit the E, we'll hold it slightly, and then I'm going to go through it and show you what he does, and then we'll discuss it. Alright, so we know this first part. Alright, then we reprise the intro. So what we do different, that last E's held, Then we're going to hit it again, go to F sharp and G. Then to A. Go right below it, catch D to E. And then go D, D sharp, a E. Alright, then we reprise the intro. So that's the rhythm of the solo. And honestly, that's the whole song. He'll go to verse 3. The only difference is when he goes into the chorus the third time, he slows down at the end. So he starts doing... ends the song. So that's the only difference. You know, you pick that up because again, it's the chorus and we're just slowing it down. So the first measure of Ace's solo will be an A minor pentatonic right here at the 5th position. And he'll do this. Alright, so what he's doing different here is playing a unison bend. So we'll be holding the 2nd string at 5, bending up 7 on the 3rd string, then hitting 5 on the 2nd to 5 on the 1st. We'll do that a total of 3 times. Then he does a simple 7 bend release and pull off to 5 on the 3rd string. Back to 7, back to 5. Then we do those 3 unison bends again. Then we're going to grab the 8th fret of the 2nd string with a bend and release. Then quickly go to the 3rd string, 7 pulled off to 5, landing on the 4th string at 7. Alright, from there we're going to move up to the 12th position. Alright, we'll be in E minor pentatonic here. Alright, so at this 12th position, we're going to do 2 of the unison type licks that we did at the 5th fret, except we'll be at 12. Then we'll do 2 Chuck Berry licks where we quickly strike the 3rd string bend up to 2 and 1. So it'll sound like this. So after the 2nd Chuck Berry, he goes to 14 with a bend and then a slow, not slow, but just a hold before he releases and pulls off. It's just an Aceism that's just there. If you do it too fast, you're off timing, but you know, it's Ace. And then he grabs 14 on the 4th string, pulled off to 12, landing on 14 on the 5th. Then we end up the measure at 12 on the 3rd string. I really like this lick. I've added it to my repertoire, not so much with the pause, but more of the... I really like that lick. I haven't really done that before, but Ace has that little pause. Alright, and then we're going to stay here at this 12th. We'll do 2 more unison bends and then 2 more Chuck Berries before we just grab 15 and hold it. Then it kind of slides down from there. Then we're back to the 5th position. So the next lick, well, we've moved back here to the 5th position, will be 1, 2, 3, 4 Chuck Berry licks. Alright, so what we're doing there, the 4 Chuck Berries, 7, and then 2 and 1, 4 times total. Then we're going to grab 7 on the 3rd string, bent, release, pulled off to 5, landing on 7 on the 4th. Lay your finger down, catch 7 to 5 on the 3rd string, back to 7, 4. Then to 5 on the 3rd, and then 7, 5, 4th string. that point, he grabs the 5th fret of the 5th string with a bend and release and lands on 4. Alright, so the lick with the bend and release at 7 all together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, back to Chuck Berry licks. We're going to do another set of 4. Then we're going to go 7 bent up to 5, and then on the 2nd string, and then 8 pulled off to 5, landing on 7 bent again. And then another pull off. So we got, then we pull off from 7 to 5 on the 3rd string, landing on 7 on the 4th, back to 5 on the 3rd. Then 2 7 to 5 pull offs, landing on 7 on the 5th, and ending on 5 on the 4th. So that lick from the 7 bent up in the 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so from there we're going to move up to the 12th position again. So at this point, Ace starts really picking up the speed, and it's one of those things, if you use riff station, slow it down and build up the speed, or play with the tab, it's not too bad. By the way, most of the tab online is wrong. I feel sorry for you guys, but I actually was hoping for a shortcut and just, you know, putting that tab into my tab, but no. So anyhow, this is where he picks it up. The first lick will sound like this. Alright, so rather than a full Chuck Berry, we're going to be bending that 3rd string at 14, catching 12 twice. Then we come to the 1st string, 15 pulled off to 12, land on the 2nd string at 15, back to 12 on the 1st. Then we come to the 2nd string, 15 pulled off to 12 twice, 14 on the 3rd string to 12 on the 2nd. Then we're going to do this little repetitive lick, 14 pulled off to 12 on the 3rd, catching 12 on the 1st. We'll do that twice. Then come back to 14 pulled off to 12 twice on that 3rd string, and end on 14. Alright, so we have this all together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a killer lick. So next measure, we'll start out a couple shortened Chuck Berries. Alright, what we're doing there, the shortened Chuck Berries, 14 to 12 2nd string, twice. Then we move to 15 on the 1st string, pulled off to 12 twice. 2nd string, 15 to 12 pulled off, and then come back to 15 bent with some vibrato. Then we do unbent 15 to 12, 14 to 12 on the 3rd, landing on 14 on the 4th, ending up on the 3rd string at 12. Alright, so that whole lick slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, next lick continues the Chuck Berry shorten. Alright, so what we're doing there, after our 12s twice, we're going to pull off from 15 to 12 on the 1st string, come to the 2nd string, 15 back to 12, just like we did on the first measure of this. And then we'll hit 15 and pulled off to 12 twice on the 2nd string, landing on 14 on the 3rd string, back to 12 on the 2nd. 14 to 12 pulled off, then we're going to hit 14 bent and release and pulled off to 12. landing on 14 on the 4th, and then 12 to end it on the 3rd string. That's this measure. So we have this. So we have this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next measure, like I said, one more shortened Chuck Berry and very similar to what we've just done. So we'll start out 1, 2, 3, 4. That ends that fast part of the solo. Alright, so the difference here, we've done the 2 12s. We're going to pull off 15 to 12, landing on 15, that's on the 1st string, landing on 15 on the 2nd, back to 12 on the 1st. Just like we did in the last measure, we'll also pull off 15 to 12 twice, landing on 14 on the 3rd, back to 12. So that's identical to what we've just done in the previous measure. The only difference here is we're going to pull off from 14 to 12 now on the 3rd string, landing on 14 on the 4th, and then end on 12. Alright, and then he starts the very last lick that you'll hear in the song. And it'll be this. Alright, I didn't go all the way through it because he does it for 3 measures. So this lick he does a total, I counted them after writing it out, 18 times. It's a simple 14 on the 3rd string, bent release, pulled off to 12, and then hitting 14 again. That's once. So you're going to do that 18 times. Alright, the very last time he'll hit 14 again, and that ends the song. So I really hope that helps everybody. Follow my notes. If you don't have Riff Station, it's a free download. Great way to go. Enjoy.